me, Mr. Lockridge.
My pleasure, Mrs. Lockridge. Every woman should be spoiled on her honeymoon.
Oh, some honeymoon. I'm so sorry, Lionel.
Oh, hey.
I felt so good yesterday.
Hey, listen, we've got plenty of time. When you get back on your feet, we are going to have a whole month in Tahiti. Our own cottage, warm breezes, cool nights, and each other.
Sounds like paradise.
It's no less than we deserve. I'm going to read to you the rest of the morning, all right?
No, Lionel, you've got to lecture at the university.
Oh, the heck with that. I'm going to call that out. If I have a choice between lecturing on art and being with you, there's no contest.
No. I don't want you stuck in the house just because I'm stuck in the house. I'll be fine. Annie's here if I need anything.
She's in good hands, Mr. Lockridge.
No, honey, I want you to go. Now, you've had this planned for a month.
Okay. I'll be back right afterwards, all right? I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love you. Goodbye. You take care of her?
Of course.
Time for your medication.
Annie, could you, get me another blanket? I just can't seem to shake these chills.
Maybe I should call the doctor.
No. Another blanket is all I need. I mean, the fever's got to come down eventually.
Too bad we don't get paid for daydreaming.
Spoken like a true capitalist. Now, I may be wrong, but I don't think we get paid for that either.
Who cares? Daddy owns this place.
Yeah, well, you know, someone could come walking in here at any minute, Kelly.
Jeffrey, I checked. They're all in a meeting, and I don't care if Osmond comes strolling in because I love you, and I don't care who knows it.
Look, Kelly, I just don't feel comfortable about this here, right?
Well, I rejected twice in one day. I can take care.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like I'm...
No. You tell me if and when you're comfortable, Mr. Conrad, and I'll tell you if my schedule's clear. Right now, I don't think I can fit you in either.
Mason Capwell.
Is alive.
Who is this? If you know anything, I'll make it worth your while.
Who was it?
Mr. Crank call.
What did they say?
They hung up. Probably got nothing better to do.
I thought you were out of my life.
I'm crushed. I was convinced you'd missed me.
Didn't somebody tell me you were away?
I don't know, did they?
No, I will not fix your parking ticket.
I'm calling your bluff. I'm calling your bluff! You dropped enough hints about it. This is my application for a private investigator's license.
Oh, look out, James Bond. Here comes Cruz Castillo, Private Dick.
You got it, and I want it processed by today.
Listen, I'm a busy man. If you want to give this to the clerk's office, and they'll put it in the hopper, we'll have it to you by the middle of the month.
Hey, pull a few strings, call in a favor, whatever. If I don't have that license in my hand, by the end of the day, I'm going to camp out on your doorstep until I do.
Something I'll look forward to.
Hate to break it to you, pal. I'm back. I'm in trouble, Alex. I've gotten on the wrong side of Mr. C.C. Capwell.
Well, that's not news. Listen, you're in great company.
Yeah, but neither you nor Mason have anything to hide, do you?
And you do?
C.C. had me investigated. I mean, they ransacked my bloody room. What? They dug out all this so-called information on my past, and then he gives me an ultimatum. I either drop Kelly for good, or he'll tell her and make sure she drops me.
Yeah, look, Jeffrey, you've got to tell her first. She loves you. Coming from you, she'll understand it.
I just wish that I told her right from the start. I mean, maybe then we could have had some kind of a chat.
Yeah, well, what could be so terrible that you can't tell the woman you love? What did you do?
I was married once, Alex.
Jeffrey. Is that it? Half the world's divorced.
My wife died in a car accident several years ago.
I'm sorry.
Elizabeth and I were having a lot of marital problems before she died. We were thinking of separating anyway.
And that's when she had the accident.
It's a little more complicated than that. Someone apparently tampered with her brakes. The car went out of control and over an embankment.
Wait a minute, are you telling me she was murdered?
Yeah, and I immediately was a suspect.
Jeffrey?
They built a very strong case against me, Alex. And the man they described in that courtroom, weird. I mean, it was me. In a way, it wasn't me, you know? They twisted all the facts. They came up with all kinds of motives and reasons.
What was the evidence? Well, what evidence did they use?
Well, Kelly. Like Kelly, Elizabeth came from a very wealthy family. And I would have been the chief beneficiary. Yeah, her family fought the marriage from the start, and they constantly tried to stop it. I was also the last person known to have worked on the car before the accident.
But you were acquitted.
In a way, yeah.
What do you mean, in a way? Obviously you weren't.
The verdict was not proven. That in Scotland means we think you're guilty, but we can't prove it, so we're forced to let you off.
What about the inheritance?
The courts blocked that. I mean, I didn't care about that. I didn't want it anyway.
Listen, you've got to tell Kelly right away.
Look, even if she understands about the trial, she's still going to question me why I never told her in the first place.
Tell her. Believe me, if you don't, Cece will.
Yeah, I know. Alex, this time I may just lose her for good.
It's incredible. And this is me.
Good.
Lying awake. Too late, I already saw you.
Hello, Gina. How are you?
I must have this masterpiece.
You look strange. Well, it's interesting you should want that one.
Oh, what's so interesting about it? This is the most beautiful painting I've ever seen.
You know the name of this exhibition?
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's bad.
What's so bad about it? Look, you're talking to the woman that married C.C. Capwell twice. And if it's so bad, how come you own it?
Well, why don't you come to my lecture and find out, huh?
Forget the lecture. How much?
No, it's not for sale.
But this is me standing here by this lake.
You.
Testing the waters of life, looking for deeper meaning. This painting talks to me.
What's it saying?
It's saying, buy me. How much?
I'm sorry, Gina. It's from my own private collection. I can't bear to part with it.
Wait a minute. You've got tons of paintings in your private collection. What's one more crummy picture to you?
It may be crummy, but it's mine, and it's not for sale.
Where do you get off turning down my offer? What, isn't my money any good here?
Gina, I'm really very sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I have a lot on my mind, and the painting really isn't for sale, okay?
What is it, the big lecture? That got you all jumpy?
No, as a matter of fact, my wife is very sick.
Augusta?
Kэрolайн Wilson. We were married yesterday.
Really? Yeah. Oh. Well, I hope she'll be okay.
It is very serious.
I'm sorry to hear that. Look, if there's anything I can do...
Dr. Nicholas is trying to help.
Well, if anyone can help, Nicky can.
Nicky?
We're good friends. Very good friends.
Well, Dr. Nicholas is developing a serum that could be an antidote. I'm afraid it could be our only hope.
Well, he's finally down for his morning nap.
He's got his mornings and his nights confused. Not a week old. He's got my sleeping habits already.
Well, I'm going to have to take care of that very soon. One Meyson in the house is enough.
You flatter me.
You okay?
I'm a little tired.
I should have gotten up with the baby last night.
No, you carried him all those months. It's my turn now.
What did the caller say?
Nothing, they hung up.
Why won't you tell me?
Victoria, it's some jerk in the phone booth dialing numbers all day. It was just our turn to get lucky, that's all.
My mother is very excited about seeing the baby for the first time.
Your mother?
Yes, she's coming down from Mendocino tomorrow, I told you.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten. I didn't know it was so soon.
Well, is there a problem?
Victoria, the last thing I need right now is a quick home inspection from my mother-in-law. It's just not a good time. I know she'll understand.
I'm going to need a business line installed as soon as possible. No, I want to keep the personal line as well. Just a second. Yeah, that's Castillo on White Sand Lane. I'm going to have to get back to you, okay? Yeah, before the afternoon is through, sure. Thanks.
Oh, Mr. Castillo, I hope I'm not disturbing you, but I wanted to break the good news to you myself. I found a buyer for the house.
Oh, Gloria, I've been meaning to call you about
Well, now, don't worry about the price. I think we're going to get nearly what we're asking.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is that I changed my mind. I don't want to sell the house anymore. I'm sorry. I know you worked so hard on this. I feel like an idiot, but I was doing it on an impulse, and the impulse just passed.
Well, I have to say that my buyer is going to be very disappointed.
Oh, I meant to call you about this. You know, I've been out of town, and things have been hectic. I forgot.
I'm sure. But my client has been through it twice, and she's just fallen in love with the house.
Great. Well, if it'll help, I'll be glad to call her and try to explain.
Well, actually, she's waiting in her car. We thought we would be able to settle the offer now.
Well, why don't you have her come in, and I'll apologize in person.
Oh, that is so kind of you. I appreciate it. And do think of us if you change your mind again.
Yeah.
I am going to adore living on the beach.
You are the buyer?
Well, it's exactly what I wanted. I think I'm going to love it here. Where did you go?
Oh, I had an outside meeting.
Your calendar was clear.
Oh, you keeping tabs on me now?
I came to say I'm sorry, you idiot, not to spy on you.
I know. Kelly, I have this meeting in half an hour. I still haven't started to prepare for it.
Yeah, and you can't take 5 minutes away from me, can you?
Hey, look, how about later? After work, maybe?
Well, I tell you, you get in a bad mood and everybody has to stay clear of you.
What has this got to do with my mood?
Hey, if I pulled an act like that at home, Daddy would make sure Eden and Meyson wouldn't throw my toys into the fountain.
Please, let's not talk about Mr. C.C. Capwell, loving parent, please.
Oh, my father. Great. Well, at least we're getting somewhere. What has he done, Jeff?
Drop it, Kelly.
I don't want to drop it.
Kelly, Look, I do. I have a meeting to attend at noon.
What's changed, Jeffrey?
Between us? Nothing's changed.
No, I think I get it. I mean, people and things in your past life, I think you categorize them and tuck them away somewhere in little compartments in your mind.
I don't have little compartments in my mind. You make me sound like a bloody computer.
Because sometimes you are a bloody computer. I mean, you have a place for your music, you've got a place for your past, you've even set aside a place for work, Jeffrey. You know, and yes, I've got a place, but if I cross over the others, I'm in big trouble.
Kelly, can't you accept me for the way I am?
I can't see who you are, Jeffrey, because you won't let me.
I'm sorry. I know I'm not being very fair with you.
Then let me in. Don't you know by now that I'll love you no matter what is hiding away in there? Trust me.
I do love. Believe me, I'm as frustrated with myself as you are. Just promise you won't walk away from me.
I'm not going anywhere. I love you too much. I love you so much, I'm going to help you change.
It's not going to be that easy.
Well, too bad. I'm tough. And once we deal with it, I'll find out every last detail about the mysterious Jeffrey Conrad.
All I wanted was to buy one lousy painting. One beautiful painting.
Maybe Lionel had something on his mind.
Yeah, he does. He thinks you can cure Kэрolайн.
Maybe I can, Gina.
That?
It's possible. Gina, I am getting closer to this every day.
Well, I wish Lionel knew about it. I mean, you should see the look on his face. It's as if Käroline's already taken the Amen bus.
Where do you get all these colorful expressions?
Are you going to tell him about it?
No, I'm not going to tell him about it. I've got a lot more work to do before I can even think of testing a human subject.
Well, I think Kэрolайн would make a pretty good guinea pig about now.
Wait a minute. I don't want you breathing a word of this to Lyle. No, I really mean it, Gina. I don't want you to give that man false hope. What you hear here and see here stays right here.
It'll be our little secret. Whatever you say, Nicky.
Victoria, I could hire somebody to help you with all that.
No, I can manage.
Look, I'm sorry I'm not more enthusiastic about your mother's visit.
It's important to her, you know. This is her first grandchild, only be for a couple days.
We're cramped enough around here.
She could stay in a hotel.
Look, I got a better idea. Why don't we go to Mendocino? I hear it's spectacular this time of year. We'll just visit her there.
You mean it? You think you could get away?
Well, I can't right away. I have 2 cases coming to trial, but you and the baby could take the train up, and I could meet you there later.
It sounds tempting. You think there's a train out this afternoon?
Probably. I think that'll work out best for all of us.
Well, I have to admit it. I really wanted this house. But I'm glad you decided not to leave.
Why?
Because it just seemed like you were working too hard to convince yourself to go.
Uh-huh. Well, this place was a wonderful home for Eden and me, and I just couldn't bring myself to let it get away, I guess.
I thought that the trip to Utah would help.
What do you mean, help?
Cruz, you're trying to live in the past.
If I am, Eleanor, what business is it of yours?
Sorry. I guess I must have hit a sensitive spot.
Well, you know, you seem to want to be my friend, and the truth is we're barely acquainted. Now, I have a difficult time with people who try to force themselves on me.
Okay. Message received.
I don't mean to be unpleasant about this, but you are pushing it, and I mean, the house isn't for sale. I don't really see any reason for you and I to see each other again.
No, I don't either. I'll never bother you again. Don't worry, I know my way out.
One painting. That's all I want. You think he cares?
Bob.
It's the first time I've asked for anything.
Well, you should have it.
You think so, too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this guy, what is this guy, this Dr. Dud, who has, like, cobwebs where his manhood should be? A beautiful woman should be surrounded by beautiful things, dear.
I knew you'd understand. Let's go down to the campus.
Oh, no, later. I think, you know, we can... That thing can't be such a fast-moving item, can it?
Oh, you're incredible.
I'm glad you noticed, baby.
Oh, and I'm sure Lionel will be willing to negotiate on the price.
Oh, honey, come on, let's negotiate later. We can lock the door and put a do not disturb sign on it.
No, not now. I mean, someone might snatch the painting.
Hey, what do I need with a painting of a nymph when I got a real one in my hands?
Rape. Come on, I thought you were serious. You're as bad as Nicky.
Cruel words!
It's true. You don't care about what I want or what my spirit needs. I want the painting.
Baby, if you want a painting, why don't you pose for me? I'll paint you right in my office. You'll have a Timmons original.
Doesn't anybody take me seriously?
Listen, if I had the money, which I don't, I wouldn't waste it on a painting of some fat broad dipping her dogs into a river.
You have no class. You know, if I had wanted this, I would have stayed at Nicky's lab. At least I know I could have eventually worn him down.
A lump of high-tech cement.
Yeah, it's that boring serum he's working on. It's supposed to be some miracle drug. But you should see the way it stinks up the office. It's just incredible. I don't care if he is almost perfecting it.
What'd you say?
It stinks. You wouldn't believe it.
Wait, did you say he's almost finished it?
That's what he says. Who knows what he means?
I do, my little pet.
What are you talking about?
Use that unused gray matter. Think what this can mean to Keithy and Gina.
Well, it doesn't mean I'm going to get the painting this afternoon.
A gallery of paintings, a Rembrandt even, a Monet.
A gallery of the strangers.
Yes, I mean, the person who controls that formula has a world of toys at his fingertips.
All of them?
Yes. We control it. To do with what we want. When
As long as you want. Couldn't happen to a nicer couple.
I suggested a few days away, not a tour of the continent.
Well, you'd be surprised at how many things babies need.
Would I? Driver's waiting downstairs.
We're gonna miss you.
It's gonna be kind of lonely around here, too. Especially at 2 in the morning.
Well, we'll see you on Friday then, right?
I'll check with the office and call you tonight.
Okay. If we get going, we don't want to miss that train, do we? Hmm?
I thought you might have been somebody else.
Yeah, I saw it when we were on the way out. She didn't look too happy.
Well, she made a bid on this place while I was gone, apparently.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
What does that mean?
I don't know, I just think there's a little more to her than meets the eye.
Yeah, I think she's a KGB agent, maybe?
I don't know what she is.
I'll tell you one thing, I don't think she's going to be back. I was pretty rude.
You? Rude?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I was at the top of my form.
No, she's not going to come back.
Sit down. So tell me, what has been going on since I left?
Not much.
Well,
I missed you.
I missed you, too. You'll be happy to know that I'm not going anywhere. You're going to be stuck with me for the time being.
Oh. Yay! I hate breaking in new neighbors.
Well, you never know. You and Eleanor might have become best friends.
I don't think so.
And for what it's worth, I decided to apply for my private investigator's license this morning.
I like hearing this. That's terrific, and you've been busy, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess I just got tired of being a jerk, you know. I mean, I've really been acting the fool since Eden died. I can even say it. And I think her memory deserves better.
Nobody deserves better than you.
Well, in any case, you know, I'm done. I mean, I almost drank myself over the edge. I just think that it's a dishonor. It wasn't what she and I were about.
This trip seems to have brought about a few changes.
I think it was the best thing I've done since I lost her.
You okay?
Yeah, I am. I'm okay now. I traced every step of the path she was on that day. I followed her, and I swear it's like she was there every inch of the way. I went up to the place where they found most of the debris. I made a little monument to her, and I said goodbye. It was like dedicating the mountain to her, the way an Indian would consecrate a burial ground, kind of.
Eden would have liked that.
I hope so. As I was leaving, this eagle flew into the area. He perched overlooking the area. Well, he was only there a few seconds, but it was an unbelievably beautiful sight to see. And I could swear, Julia, that he was watching over her.
I am so proud of you.
Why? Just because I decided to rejoin the human race? I should have known that Eden would find a way to help me do even that.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, Bill. Love you too.
Slowly, Mrs. Lockridge. Try and breathe as normally as possible. Deeper. That's it. A few more deep breaths. Good. You're fine now. I'm going to take the mask off. Try and breathe slowly on your own. That makes it harder to catch your breath. Relax. You're okay.
Oh, don't tell my husband. He'll just get worried.
Mrs. Lockridge.
No, I just... let me rest. If I'll be better by the time he gets home. Please, Annie, I just need to sleep.
Yeah, that's it.
I know. I was afraid I'd be too late.
What is it, Gina?
I have to talk to you. It's a matter of life and death.
Gina, I don't have any time for dramatics, okay?
It's very important that you listen to me.
You know something? In 15 minutes, I gotta be packed and back home.
I talked to Dr. Nicholas.
What did he say?
About the serum. Nikki and I had a long talk.
What about the serum?
It broke my heart when you told me about Kэрolайн today. I mean, I was thinking how I would feel if every minute I knew the person I loved.
Gina, what did he say?
Well, I could hardly get 2 words out of him. He was so busy. You know, I'm not the way people think. I do have a heart.
Gina, get to the point. Tell me what he said.
He's sworn me to secrecy. But he said that it's almost finished. That the serum's almost ready.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're like this. I shouldn't have said anything to you, but... You touched my heart today. I shouldn't have told you.
Gina, it's all right. I mean, this gives us some hope. And this may make the difference. Just hope.
Just don't tell him we talked. I can't take us a temperamental scientist.
No, if there's anything ever that I can do for you, just name it, okay?
Well, now that you mention it, there is something.
I wish I hadn't left when I did.
To tell you the truth, I'm glad Jeffrey came for you. I really needed the time alone. Made me realize how lucky I am. You know, I mean, Eden and I might not have had as much time together as we would have liked, but not too many people find the connection ever that we have.
I always used to wonder if I would.
Seems like you have now, huh?
Oh, no, I think what Jeffrey and I have is far from perfect.
Well, it wasn't perfect for Eden and me either, but we never quit on it. You know, we just... I don't know. I really think that all it's about is just wanting to be together.
Well, I do, Cruz, but it takes more than one to make it work.
Well, it seems that he's committed to you.
Maybe. I'm not sure anymore.
How come?
I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I just get this feeling that he's pulling away. He's holding something back from me.
Well, Kelly, think of it from his point of view. I mean, all his life, he's probably been taught that he's supposed to be a tough guy. He's not supposed to show his feelings. I mean, that's how guys are raised. And then all of a sudden he meets somebody like you, and you need just the opposite from him.
So what, you think I'm being too hard on him?
No, not necessarily, but I think it's possible to love somebody so much that you expect things to be perfect immediately.
I want what you and Eden had.
Well, see, you were never around when I was in a mood. See, I used to drive her out of her mind, but she hung in there with me, and that's what you got. If he pulls back, you just got to just wait him out. You know, be there for him. Just hang on.
I'll try. I mean, could I ask you a favor? I know that Eden isn't here, and you have to start your new life and all that, and I'm glad you are. I know it has to be that way, but I've always thought of you as, you know, one of my brothers, and I really don't want to lose that.
I don't want to lose it either. I love you a lot, and I always want to be your friend.
Thanks.
Don't worry about Jeffrey. He'll come around. I mean, you are the best thing that's ever happened to him.
You're right, I am. What's the matter with him?
I think he must be crazy.
He's crazy.
He's
That's
crazy.
Right. That's exactly what I'm going to tell him.
Bye.
Bye.
Find interlocking bolt D and insert into upper lock washer. Have you seen interlocking bolt D? No, I didn't think so. Alas, poor flicker. I knew him, Horatio, fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He had borne me on his back 1,000 times. If I could get him put together. Pray that somebody that knows the way around a wrench.
We're out of luck. Come on in.
Thanks. Who's your friend?
Secretariat's cousin, once removed from the slow side of the family. Are you moonlighting in floral delivery?
No. Surprise, surprise. They're for Victoria. Is she home?
No, she's in Mendocino visiting her mother.
I thought maybe that these could smooth things over. I'd like us to be friends.
So you decided to say it with flowers?
Well, nothing else works.
Julia, the situation at best is weird. Worst, it's explosive.
I know that. You and I work together. I don't like the tension, quite frankly. Do you?
I'm afraid it's unavoidable, Julia.
Pessimist.
Julia, you may have to face the fact that you and Victoria may never be friends.
Would you like some flowers?
I'd love some flowers.
Are you going up to Mendocino?
Not right away. I'm going to try to join them for the weekend.
I take it this is for Chip?
Yes. The only problem is I can't make head or tails of the thing.
Of course you can't, because you had servants to put together all of your toys.
That's true. My father wasn't very big on some assembly required.
Okay, make some room. Let me see the layouts.
I almost said together, but it looked kind of like a camel in heat.
Mason, these instructions aren't in English.
It's all right. The baby can't read.
Aha! Easy assembly instructions for Scout the Wonder Horse.
That's right. You're in good hands, Scout. Ms. Wainwright has accepted the challenge.
And who told you?
It doesn't matter.
Never mind, it's obvious.
Alex, you have to let Kэрolайн be a candidate for this
It is
serum.
too soon. Look, I've made progress, that's true. But the work I have to do with the lab animals, that will take months.
You know something? The doctors have told me that they've given up hope. All I can do is make her comfortable. They can't find a way to fight this virus.
I know what you're going through. The same thing happened to the woman I loved.
I'm not going to lose, Kэрolайн. Alex, you've got to help me save her.
I can't be sure that I can.
Come on, you got this serum, you can help. That's the only hope she has.
Lionel, we have to take a look at the dangers in using an untested drug.
How do you measure that against death? Now, come on. This is her only hope, Alex. Come on.
I'm not sure I can.
Alex, we don't have the luxury of time. You have to release that serum to me. You have to try it. It's our only hope. This is crazy. What are you doing?
Come on, humor me. Describe it.
Okay, it has 4 walls and a roof.
That is your dream house?
Hey, what else does a man need?
4 walls and a roof. Come on, it's pathetic. Tell me, what does it have?
Okay, maybe a garden. A garden.
All right, and what else?
All right, a huge yard full of green leaves and green grass, tall trees, and actually the house is more of a cottage. It's nestled, of course, in the countryside, and at night it's so quiet that you can hear the trees rustling in the distance. And it's totally unspoiled, untouched by so-called civilization.
I wish it existed.
Yeah. Well, it's a far cry from my motel room, but hey, maybe one day.
Would you settle for a Santa Barbara townhouse?
I don't own a Santa Barbara townhouse.
Not yet.
What's this all about, then?
I think that we should move in together.
Live together?
Yes.
You're serious about this, aren't you?
Yes, of course I'm serious. Jeffrey, come on, I've been kicking around this idea forever. Why not do it together?
I mean, first of all, we haven't even discussed
What are we
it
doing
yet.
right now? We're discussing it.
What are we doing? How about jumping the gun?
You don't want to live with me?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I mean, it's way out of the blue. And why so sudden?
Because, Jeffrey, I'm tired of waiting for the right time and the proper this and that.
Kelly.
We have to make things right.
Kelly, I mean, let's just get used to the idea first, okay? It's not going to help us to rush into something until we're both ready, right?
Well, I'm ready, Jeffrey. And anyway, I've already made an appointment with the realtor. So you can stay here and think of every excuse in the world why we should sit right where we are. And in the meantime, I'm going to find us a home.
Isn't it everything I told you it was?
And even more.
It really is a treasure.
You know, I think I've seen something like that at the Louvre. Or maybe it was the men's room in Tijuana.
I don't care what you say. I love it.
Was it worth the price tag?
Are you kidding? I practically stole it from
Yeah, I know. You gave him counterfeit hope in exchange, Gina. That was very cruel.
Did you talk to him?
Yes, I talked to him after he talked to you. And after I specifically mentioned to you not to talk about my work.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I felt sorry for him. I made him feel better.
The man is desperate to save his wife, and I don't know if I can help her.
You're a genius. I'm sure you
No.
can help her.
Stop that. Don't start that now. I'm really angry about this.
It's just that I'm so proud of you. I want to tell everybody about it. Please, don't be mad at me.
Don't, in the future, mention my work to anyone ever again. Is that clear?
I learned my lesson. I promise. The only thing I'll talk about from now on is you and me.
That would be much better.
What's really strange?
I can't take my eyes off him.
Sorry, I didn't think I'd wake you.
Oh, no. No, I'm glad you did. Oh, I missed you. Oh, it's lecture.
Oh, lecture, I was brilliant. And I stopped by Dr. Nicholas on the way back, and he's got that serum almost ready.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. He said he'd waive the red tape and treat you with it immediately.
Oh, dear God. Oh, it's almost too good to be true.
Hey, I told you to have faith, didn't I?
Oh.
I love you so.
Oh, Lila, we are going to have such a wonderful life together.
Yes, we are. And the minute you're up to it, we're going to talk about that honeymoon. Boy, oh.
Yeah, I feel like we've been given a second chance.
Close your eyes. I'll be right here when you wake up.
I know it's none of my business, sir, but do you think it's a good idea telling Mrs. Lockridge about that new drug?
She's got to keep fighting, Annie.
Well, but it may not even help her. It's a gamble at best.
Well, nothing else has worked. At least with this, there's a chance.
If they even allow her to use it?
Let anyone try to stand in my way.
I just don't want either of you to build up your hopes.
Annie, when hope is all you got, then that's what you have to build on.
Well, I was beginning to think that it couldn't be done.
We make quite a team, huh?
Yeah, you're full of surprises.
Listen, anybody can get the hang of putting this together. It's easy.
That's not what I meant. I meant for trying to smooth things out with Victoria. Most women would have given up.
Well, I confess. I had selfish reasons, too.
I'd like to hear them.
I didn't want to be barred out of your life completely.
I wouldn't let that happen.
Mason, I don't want to complicate things for you or for me. But I would sure like us to be friends.
We'll find a way to make this work, Julia. Maybe it'll even make some sense. What's wrong?
We forgot something.
What? Oh, good heavens, we built a horse without a saddle.
Okie dokie. Using Phillips head screwdriver, secure saddle P to the main frame.
Phillips head screwdriver.
Uh-oh. You don't have one?
Nope. I can't believe we got him up and rocking without a Phillips head screwdriver.
Well, it looks that way.
I'll go check next door. Guy next door will have one. He's always building something. I think he put his wife together from the ground up. I'm expecting a call from McKenna. Answer the phone if it rings, huh?
Okay. Oh, this is getting difficult. Hello? Hello? Who is this?
Mission accomplished. Julia, who's on the phone?
I don't know. When I answered, they hung up.
Yeah.
Hello, is this the home of Inspector Clouseau?
Oh, excuse me, I must have misread the type on the license. Castillo.
I got it?
I got it for you, mi iguana privada.
Well, I'll be damned. What took you so long?
Some gratitude. You owe me, Sherlock.
Yeah, well, I figured you'd come up with some debt I'd have to repay sooner or later. Well, when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Listen, I guess I should say thanks. You should, but then why spoil a beautiful relationship? You have your license now. Why don't you stay out of my backyard, Cruz, and I'll stay out of yours.
I'm Tom Brokaw. In today's complicated world, you need to understand the day's events easily, clearly, and completely. That's why at NBC Nightly News, we cover the world with you in mind.